Hey guys, Chris, Ironhead Garage. Well, the 55's all dry underneath from painting it. Yeah, she came out pretty nice. Up under there now. So, I'm going to get that rear end housing back in there and get them axles in. Get them brake drums all on there. Put the shocks in, and then I'll probably cut these fender arches out. Make sure I got enough room. Alright, well, let's get that rear end in there. Well guys, I got that rear end back on the leaf springs. Setting in there. Got the U-bolts all bolted down tight. Yeah, on this side I got the brake backing plate on. And I even got the axle in. It spins nice and free, nice and smooth. Maybe I'll show doing the other side, tapping that axle in, pretty easy to do. Yeah, check it out, I did buy a bunch of new studs. Got 10 new studs when I ordered my drums from Rock Auto. And these old studs, you can see the knurl is fine thread. Well, these new ones I got, they're coarse thread. Yeah, they ain't gonna work. What a bummer. So maybe I'm going to return these Rock Auto, get my money back. Maybe I'll call them. Maybe they'll just let me keep them. And maybe I'll go down to the auto parts store and see if they got any stock 55 Chevy studs. Yeah, I don't know. They might. So that's a bummer. I won't be able to put my wheels on until I get the right studs. So over on this side, I got everything ready to put the axle in. I got the backing plate and the gasket. So I'll put me a little bit of this this ultra black Permatex sealer. Put me a little thin coat on this backing, on the axle where the backing plate goes, and then put me a little thin coat on the backing plate there. Then I'll throw that gasket on there. It's got the little trough. It's got that hole right there. Must be where the oil comes in through. It has a little gutter right here to oil that bearing. So then I'll put another little thin coat on here, and that'll sandwich that gasket in there. Then I got that 80-90 weight, and then I'll lube this up in here real good, so I don't break that seal when I smack that axle in. So I'm gonna get that all ready and go. Alright, I'm on it. Alright guys, well, I got the backing plate on there. Put a little bit of sealer on the back, not much. And I put some sealer around here. I got the gasket on there, on the bearing retainer, with a little bit of sealer on the other side. I put a little bit of gear oil around the bearing, wiped it on that O-ring. Put a little bit on the splines there, kind of dripping, and I put some gear oil up inside this this axle tube, so it's nice and slick now. So I'm gonna put this axle in. Some of them will be kind of tricky, but not too bad. Got to kind of hold it up. Hold the ass end of it up, the inside. Try to get it inside that POSI section. She's starting to go. Give her a little jiggle. There it went. Now the teeth locked in. Line up that bearing retainer into those holes. Make sure your axle's centered up in there, in that bearing. In that housing. You get your dead blow hammer. You don't want to hit it too hard. Give her a couple taps. Sliding in nicely. Make sure that backing plate's flat. Hold that retainer in there. A couple more smacks. Spinning smooth. You kind of put your fingers in back in behind here, and you can fill when that axle bottoms out. You don't want to hit it too hard. Mess that bearing up. Yep, that's pretty much it there, bottomed out. So I'm going to put them 4 nuts and 4 lock washers on the back of that bearing retainer and get them all tight. And maybe we'll get them shocks on next. Then work on these brakes. Alright guys, I'll be back. Yep, you gotta love a tunnel ram on a big block. Oh man. Well, I got them shocks on. Check it out, it's looking pretty cool from up from underneath. Yeah, man, look at that. It's coming together. I did put the wheel cylinders on each side. And I was thinking I was going to do them brakes, but I wanted to put them studs in there, then do the brakes, and then cover up all the brake mechanism with the new drums while I cut on these wheel arches, but that might just have to wait. I got to get them studs. We'll see if I can get them in the next day or so. So I was looking around and man, I remembered I got a stainless steel fuel tank. Check it out. Yeah, she's nice and shiny. Had that plastic cover. This is the bottom. Had that cover on the top. I took it off. She's nice and shiny, and it came with this little mat you're supposed to put in between the floor pan and the tank when you bolt it up in there. Protects it from rubbing. So I cut that mat the right size. It comes big. And then it's got the stainless steel straps that go on there. And it came with this rubber liner you stick on the inside of the straps so the straps won't rub on that tank. And I got the new fuel sending unit. So I'm going to put that in. And I got the gasket and the nuts. So this has got a nice brass float and a nice brass screen. So this should be good. Brand spanking new. So I'm going to put that sending unit in there. And I'm going to try to mock that tank up in there and put that rubber liner on the inside of those straps. And let's see what it looks like. I do got a brand new filler tube right here. So, and I do got the O-ring on there. So maybe we'll get that on too. I think I got to find the right bolt for that in the door, the gas door where that bolts. So let me see if I can get that in there. That'll look a lot different. Alright guys. Hey guys, well, been working on the car. Check it out. I got those wheel studs to work. Yep, I measured the outside diameter of the knurl, and they're right. They're a little more coarse, but I just put a bunch of grease on there and pulled them in with my air impact. Yep, they went in there pretty good, so they did work. That was nice. So I got those done on that side. Over here. So we got new studs in our axles now. So that's nice to have done. So check it out under here. We got stainless. Look at that shiny tank under there. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's almost too shiny for this old girl. Got the sending unit in there. Got that mat up in there. If you can see it, between the trunk pan and the tank. We got the rubber protectors on them stainless steel straps. Yeah, it looks pretty nice underneath here. Yeah, she's coming along. We got the filler neck up in there. Got the O-ring in there. Check it out. Nah, you can put gas in it now. Yeah, it'll probably run out the fuel line though, but Yeah, pretty cool. Got a cap too. I need to get those little rubber stubbers that go on there or make something so that don't slam shut too hard. So that's cool. So now I can get those brake shoes on and them drums. Hey, check it out. I've said this before. Gotta love it when you get a Speedway box in the mail. So this came today. Got a bunch of goodies. I'm just gonna run 3/16 brake line all the way. A lot of guys do that. Some guys, OEM runs a quarter to the back, 3/16 to the front. On my old hot rod truck, I just ran 3/16 the whole way. It's fine. So I got the 25 feet of that. I think I got another roll of that coming too, just in case I didn't have enough. I got a rear brake line. I think it was like a 20 inch or something. Can't remember right now. But got a GM style, OEM style proportioning valve. I want good brakes on this thing, so I'm gonna put that on there. And these are made to bolt to that back bolt on your master cylinder. So it's supposed to set like that, but as you guys know, I got fender roll headers. Yeah, it ain't gonna work, and I don't want it setting up here anyway. Just don't look right. So I've been messing around with it a little bit, and I'm gonna mount it down here. It's got a nice sturdy bracket. I'm gonna drill a hole and put a grade 8 bolt in there right there. So it's down below, kind of out of sight, out of mind. It'll still look old school, and it'll have good brakes on it. So I got that. Came with the fittings to go to the master cylinder, but these are way too short now. Maybe I can cut those off and use the ends if I need them. It's got the light switch on it. It's a low pressure switch. You plug it into there, you hook it to a light on the dash, and if you get low pressure in your proportioning valve, you've got brake leak or brake failure, it'll tell you, the light will come on. I'm not sure if I'll put that on or not, but I got a 25-inch stainless braided brake lines for the front. I got the adapters to go from the brake line, the braided, to the hard copper line, the 3/16 line. I got the little clips here somewhere. There they are. I got the mounting clips that go on the frame. And those clip through and hold the line. Hold that adapter on there. I got a bag of fittings. I think I got all the fittings I need. I got brake line clamps for the frame. They got the nice rubber in there. Got some more brake parts I don't need, but they came with the braided steel line kit. There's that other adapter for the other front one. Hey, check it out. Can never have too many Speedway stickers. And I got 25 feet of aluminum fuel line. So we got fuel line. And we got fuel line clamps. And I got this guy here. This Titan flaring tool. Yeah, if you just got one size pipe you got to flare. This is a good style flaring tool. It makes the double flare. It's for 3/16 nickel or copper or steel line. Stainless steel line's a little bit harder. I've seen guys use this with stainless steel, but they got a couple of their little tricks they do. This has got good reviews, Titan. So I'll be flaring the lines with that guy. You ain't got to buy that big $300 flaring tool unless you got a whole bunch of different size lines to be flaring out. So I'm going to work on this stuff a little bit. I'm going to mount that proportioning valve and do them rear brake pads that I got here and get them drums on. And then I'll probably get to them quarter panels, cutting them. Lots more to do still. She's getting closer though. Pretty cool with that tank up in there though. Yeah, she's shiny. Almost like a mirror in there. You could comb your hair in it if you wanted to. Yeah. Alright guys, well, maybe we'll call this a video. It's getting too long. Getting pretty long anyways. So we'll get back on it. We're going to burn some midnight oil on her tonight. Alright guys, take care. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for watching.